Hello and welcome to RHP. This is the book reading section, which we don't do much of around here. Who the hell can read? Alright, so that first book, oh god, that thing sucked. It's like you don't relate to it. And then you're a couple page in, and you're just starting right on numbers and bullshit. And oh, Jesus Christ, what? Alright, so this next one, this is book 2. This is Advanced Gunsmithing. Now, this first paragraph, listen to this. This is Chapter 1, Shop Equipment. The first requirement of the gunsmith is tools. He never has enough. In fact, no matter how many he acquires, a job is sure to turn up on which he could use some tool he does not have. As a great many of these tools must be made by the gunsmith himself, he needs machine tool equipment.
That's right.
Now this is something I can relate to. I never have enough tools. I love buying tools. But there's a lot of cases where I can't buy a tool and I have to make it.
That's right.
So that's definitely something I can agree with there. But then they start talking about some lathe that doesn't exist. It's from the 1800s and bullshit. And that more modern ones have the bigger borehole and all that good stuff. Yeah. If you spend some serious money, Jesus. So I got to read a little more of this. Oh, right, and the importance of a lathe. And I've heard this many times from other people also. The lathe is the only tool that can build itself. And any other tool. Then they talk about something important here about collet chucks and how they run true with no adjustment necessary. Yeah, that's like the high-end stuff right there. Oh my god, who can afford that stuff? And they go on to explain different accessories on the lathe and what they do and how they're going to help you. So far it's not too bad. It's pretty interesting. So that's not bad at all. And then they talk about something interesting. Female centers in the tailstock may be used as a ball bearing center to reduce friction. That's a pretty interesting take on that. Okay. And if you don't have a milling machine, there's a milling attachment made by South Bend that you can use. Okay, yeah. And then there's some homemade attachments you can make. Alright. Pretty advanced stuff here. Yeah, they actually show a picture of it. I actually have that one. Oh, that's good. That's cool. Alright. Never used it though. Yeah, I just have a little small lathe and they're crap. And so you end up taking half of the stuff off and building pieces to stabilize it and running things backwards when you're cutting, and otherwise it jumps all over the place. They really need to weigh thousands of pounds and be heavy as hell. But where I have it, I can't. There's no way I can do that. I'd have to, number one, come up with a lot of money. Number two, put it on a concrete surface. Kind of weird. Now they're talking about making your own grinders. I actually have one of those that a guy made and gave me. And they talk about a dial gauge indicator, probably to make sure that your work is true. And now they're talking about drill presses. That's an important necessity. And I've got a big one, but I also bought a mag drill. Now a mag drill is kind of neat because it's a portable drill press. And as long as you got a piece of metal to set it on, you just flip the switch and it stabilizes it. Bam, this thing cannot be removed. It's pretty awesome. And I can, adjust for any height just by where I set it. And one of the most important attachments for the grinder, which is often neglected in the small shop, is a drill sharpening attachment. Remember that the man never lives who can sharpen a twist drill accurately by the freehand method, and the smaller the drill, the harder it is to sharpen. Now, that's not what people tell me. There's a lot of people that tell me, "Oh, I can freehand sharpen any drill. There's no problem." Okay, well, that's why I own a drill doctor. In seconds, the damn thing is boom, right on, spot on. It's over with. I don't have to worry about it. And they're talking about having an air compressor and a nozzle for blowing the chips off everything. Yeah, I agree. You can never have enough air compressors to blow chips. Heck yeah. And they're talking about hand grinders. Like an angle grinder, something like that. A 4.5. Gotta have crap loads of those. So then you can have a different pad on each one. And now they're talking about putting foot-controlled rheostats on hand grinders to slow their speeds down because the speeds are too high for cutting chips. That's craziness there. And now they're talking about the regular dental engine or drill must be mentioned in connection with these power-driven hand tools. I actually have one of those. Where the motor hangs on a hook and you got your little hand piece in your hand. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes they're handy, but I don't use them half the time. And now they're saying you need an anvil. That's important so that you're not pounding on your vices because you'll destroy the vice right off. I've snapped a couple of them. All right, well, I'll keep reading this, see if there's anything more interesting to talk about. And we'll see you on part 2 of this one.
There you go.